A lot of people have been asking me to slow this video down to really give them some insight on how to make this Murphy bed. So I started by getting 3 whole sheets of plywood at 4x8 at 3/4 of an inch thick. I did 2 sides at 17 inches wide and 85 and 5/8 inches tall. Then I did the same thing with the top and bottom. It's another 17 inches wide and 63 1/4 inches length. Don't be discouraged if you don't have a table saw. You could also do all these cuts with a circular saw. All these pieces will serve as the box that the Murphy bed actually sits inside. I also ripped down 2 header boards, one for the top and one at the bottom. Both of these stretch from side to side, so it'll be 63 1/4 inches long. You could connect everything by pocket hole screws, but you could also do butt joints if this is going to be a part of a built-in. Just make sure you pay attention to which way the board is in, because all the boards that are going to be standing up against the wall will be inset inside it, so you don't want to switch them up because it'll change all the dimensions of all the pieces. Make sure all the connections are square and flush with each other so nothing's sticking out the back. Now you're going to attach these brackets to the side panels of the Murphy bed. You only want to drill these a certain depth so they don't go through the other side. Once all that's done, you're going to add these little nuts. They're going to sit inside and basically take the screws that you're going to screw in the bracket with. Once you thread these in, they're ready to take the screws. You could also use glue inside these holes so these nuts never come out, but if you ever need to take this down for any reason, you might be in trouble. Once you attach the brackets, this is how it looks. Now you just got to put the rest of these together with pocket hole screws, or again, if you want to just do butt joints if it's part of a built-in. But remember, this back piece that I'm screwing in incorrectly needs to go inside and not outside. So I redid it the correct way and I just pocket hole screwed it like I'm supposed to. Again, it's supposed to sit flush inside so it keeps the distance like it's supposed to. You do the same thing on top and everything's going to be nice and sturdy for your bed box. Included is 6 lag bolts. You're going to put these in the headers and you're going to attach them directly into the studs so nothing falls off. That's how big the bolts are. This is the most important part because you don't want this bed box to fall and hurt anybody inside your house. Besides, I think your guests will appreciate it if the bed doesn't fall in on them. Once that's all done, then you get to work on the doors. You're going to cut down 2 separate pieces for the doors. These are about 31 inches wide and about 84 inches long. This is essentially the base of the bed and also what everybody sees when the bed is closed. I know what you're thinking is pretty plain, but this is where you could customize it to anything you want. But before we get into that, let's get into the framing. You're going to get all these metal pieces and you're just going to attach them with some bolts. Don't over tighten anything because it'll really be a bad day for you if that happens. This part is pretty straightforward and it will sit right on the base that you just cut down. Now to attach the slats, you're going to take the big plastic piece and put it in the middle, and you're going to take the small plastic piece and put it at the sides. It has 2 black plugs coming out the bottom and it fits right into the frame like it's supposed to. Then you just bring it over and push them in. Not very hard, don't need any tools, just your hands. You're going to do this a million more times, leaving some spaces so you could step inside and drop this right on the pistons. You'll see in a second. The frame has 2 pistons on either side that drops into the brackets. Once you put the bolts in, it's like a weight assist, so it will go up by itself if you're not being careful. Don't worry, once the bed's up in there, the weight will bring it down. Then you tighten the little bolts and you're good to go. This is just going to stay here just like that. Make sure you have the right clearance on either side. Then you just got to attach that little stand on the bottom so it serves as the legs. Back to the custom side of this, I made 2 handles out of 2x4s so I could actually pull down the door. Now you're going to take 6 of these little L brackets and space them out so it drops right into the frame. This part is kind of tricky, but you could adjust after the door is up if you don't like how it fits. So if you don't understand in that little metal frame that you put together in the last clip, you're going to drop this onto it. Finally, finished with the boring stuff. Now time to customize this. I decided to use some panel molding to do this, so I cut each side at 45 degrees, both pointing inwards. I think this is a simple but cool design and it really adds some interest to the piece. This is exactly how each piece is going to look, just like this, and I'm going to make a little box out of it. The box will be attached by CA glue. You're going to take this blue can and you're going to spray it on one side. You're going to take this liquid and put it on the other side and you're going to attach them together. This stuff dries extremely fast and it is extremely sticky. This is exactly how fast and how easy it is to attach all these pieces. I'm going to do 2 boxes, so it's just going to be rinse and repeat. Each side just spray and stick together and then you're good to go to put it up on the board. I'm going to have my lovely assistant hold this up as I shoot some brad nails into the wood. I mapped it out on the piece and then I put the level above it so I make sure everything is good to go. So you just got to double check the top and bottom to make sure everything's level and plumb. Here's some proof so no one thinks I'm pulling their leg when I'm saying everything's level and plumb. Now that that's out of the way, you're going to do your built-ins. Come in closer and make sure you wear your safety goggles and cut it down to 17 inches, just like the depth of the Murphy bed. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces, 17 inches wide and 85 inches tall. I want everything to be flush all the way around so I could add some trim at the very end. Again, I'm attaching everything with pocket hole screws so you can't see any of the joinery. Right now I'm cutting down all the stretchers stretchers so the boxes are strong. I'm also connecting all the shelves with pocket hole screws as well. I'm going to use the clamp to help me attach all these pieces. Yes, I could also use glue, but I really don't like to use glue just in case I ever want to move this to somewhere else. To attach all the shelves in the middle, I like using 2 squares, one on either side, held by clamps, and I just drop the shelving piece on top of it. Then it's really easy just to drop in all the screws and you're good to go. I repeat the same process with all the stretchers. I'm going to attach the stretchers to the wall directly into the stud so nothing falls. This is how it's looking so far to give you a little taste, and then you add the pole wrap. This stuff is really easy to cut. You could use a circular saw, a regular saw, and then you could use a box cutter if you want to cut in between the pieces. If you're not a fan of pole wrap, you could always use a 1/4 inch ply to do the same thing. The pole wrap will be attached to the stretchers by a brad nailer. To hide the only seam I have, I'm going to use a shelf directly on top of it. Again, I'm going to clamp each side and drop my squares in and put the shelf directly on top and just screw in the pocket holes. I then chose to trim everything out with select pine. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now it's ready for some paint. After I tape everything off, I bust out the sprayer. I chose the color black because that's kind of the theme of our house, but you could choose whatever you like. I suggest doing this with a paint sprayer because the finish is unmatched. Plus, you always get some crispy ass lines. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with these bad boys. Now, once you clean up, all you gotta do is decorate and check out the final looks of this thing. And there you have it, how to make a Murphy bed in one video. Hopefully, if you're still watching, drop a like and follow for me. Next thing you gotta do is get some pillows and grab some bed and enjoy your sleep. Good night.